Hello, caffeine fiends, and welcome to another coffee review for www.getbean.com. I'm Vince the Mean Bean Machine, and today we're looking at German Christmas coffee. Yes, I know it's February, and I know I'm English, but I was lucky enough over Christmas to get so much coffee that I'm still working through it. And I was gifted this bag of Weihnachtsfilterkaffee, so Christmas filter coffee, for those of you that aren't in the know of German, like I am, hardly, from Nuremberg. So it says it's a Nuremberger Weihnachtskaffee, so presumably tailored to the flavours enjoyed around Nuremberg, that Bavarian region. So this comes from a roaster called, now I apologise, I'm gonna butcher this, called Rösttrommel. And they're based in Nuremberg, so it's a Nuremberg roaster, so they should know what they're doing. They do a lot of kind of filter coffees. Germany is an interesting coffee culture in that they really do like their filter coffees. Don't get me wrong, they've got their Ponzi espresso coffee shops like us, like anywhere in the world. But as a coffee culture, they do like to drink filter coffee more. They like to drink coffee at home more. But I believe it was Germany that invented the Chemex brewing system, I believe. You know, I'm not 100% sure. I know they invented one of the kind of popular... They might have been the drip filter anyway. Anyway, I know it's one of the popular filter systems because they drink so much kind of filter coffee. So this says it's bio Arabica, and I'm presuming it's like the French system where they say bio as in like bio, organic. It's can be sold in like their equivalent of health food shops, etc., etc. So that's reassuring. Now here it says Gegnet für Aeropress Chemex Filter Stempelkanne, which I presume is a steam kettle. So like like that drip filter, I guess. So yeah, Aeropress Chemex Filter steam kettle. Yeah, it's good until the end of this year. So hopefully it has kept its flavour from Christmas, and we'll give it a go. It doesn't have any tasting notes, but it smells quite dry as a roast. You know, like dry roasted honey? Dry roasted nuts. It's got that sort of kind of rich, quite not savoury, but as far as I'm aware, kind of the German coffee culture isn't strong, kind of biting coffee. It's a bit more. It's rich in flavour. They like their filter, so it's not as viscous on the tongue, but the flavouring is quite. It's almost an umami taste as opposed to leaning towards sweet. Now the smell of this smells great. I'm getting kind of vanilla-y top notes. And that's my initial thing. But I feel I'm going to get kind of a nutty taste off of this. Just from what I know from the culture and what I'm smelling from the beans. Because it doesn't give me tasting notes. It's sort of... it just sold as, I guess, their Christmas blend. It doesn't say if it's a blend or not. I presume, actually, it's just sort of a blend they've sold for Christmas as opposed to one of their specific blends. But let's give it a go, see what we think of it. So I've used my trusty AeroPress for this. I've got a V60 filter and an AeroPress, but I've used my trusty AeroPress because I like my AeroPress. I don't use it enough. I use it if I go travelling, but otherwise, it doesn't often get an outing. So I've used my AeroPress on this occasion. So let's give it a sip. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. That is a flavour combination I was not expecting, but boy, do I enjoy that. That is... Firstly, that vanilla-y top note really is there. And there is a sort of nutty smoothness to it, but not so much that I was expecting. There's definitely vanilla there. I would say there's maybe a kind of a chocolatey base and possibly like a slight apricot-y tone, but there's not much fruitiness. I think that's kind of heavy vanilla and but what I will say about the coffee is, like, unlike an espresso, obviously, because it's quite a thick coating on the tongue for a filter coffee, and I mean that feels like a very traditional coffee to me. Not that kind of thick mud stuff, but if you talk about coffee, that's the flavour that comes to mind for me, but with that really beautiful vanilla-y top note that cuts through it, and it doesn't sit harshly on you. That's a wonderful coffee, and it's a real shame they've not sort of put tasting notes on that, because I think that is beautiful. Well, yeah, I would say kind of vanilla-y. There is that sort of chocolatey base, but vanilla is right up there, and then like a hint of, I guess, I don't want to say apricot because it really hasn't got a fruity tone, but that's the thing that's coming to me. But yeah, that is a glorious black coffee, a glorious filter coffee. Yeah, I'm well chuffed with that. So Röst Trommel of Nuremberg. By the way, any Germans listening to this, I really apologise for my pronunciation. But yeah, Röst Trommel of Nuremberg. That is a glorious cup of coffee, and I look forward to trying more of your stuff in the future. Really, really enjoyed that. Yeah, I'd love to know the origins, as opposed to just kind of Nuremberg Christmas coffee. But yeah, maybe in the future I'll pick up one of their specific non-Christmassy blends that I'll get a bit more information of. But yeah, really lovely coffee. And I would say that sort of typifies the German specialty coffee tasting industry. Obviously, it's going to be far broader than just this one cup of coffee, but that is really nice, inoffensive, and yet very flavourful. Doesn't pack a lot of kind of sharp bite, but very flavourful on the tongue, and you get a lot from it. But it's designed to be drunk black. Really. But yeah, wonderful cup of coffee. Really enjoyed that. So yeah, thank you very much. Do hit our like and subscribe buttons. Check me out on Instagram at the Vince Wood. Check us out on TikTok at Get Beaned Coffee and YouTube at Get Beaned. Yeah, thanks a lot. Take care, and we'll see you all soon. Bye for now.